There's a secret that all great historical and present thinkers, philosophers, and high achievers have accepted to be a universal reality. One secret rests on this simple idea: you are what you think. So we set about adjusting our environment, assuming that doing so will produce the needed alteration we hope to see. We acquire items for a materialistic surge of pleasure. We travel to escape our troubles. We seek medications to numb the mind and help us forget, but of course, we go back to where we had started, unhappy with where we are today. One of the greatest challenges to accurately understanding aspects of our lives is our overly ready notion that we already do so. It's simple to carry about with us, and convey with others, surface cerebral representations of important painful situations that leave the marrow of our emotions behind. Some things in life lead persons to feel; these are considered emotional reactions. Some things in life push people to ponder. These are generally dubbed logical or intellectual answers. Thus life is divided between things that make you feel and those that make you think. The idea is, if someone is experiencing, does that mean they are thinking less? It probably does. If a portion of your brain is being occupied by feeling, then it seems logical that you have less ability for intellect. That is evident if you examine emotional extremes, such as sobbing, when people can scarcely think at all. This does not suggest that emotional folks are not clever, it merely implies that they might be dumber during their emotional periods. Emotion goes on and off for everyone. Sometimes people cry, and sometimes they are quite serious. We are all related to our sentient, feeling, and emotional selves. Yet, not all of us know how to properly interact with our emotions in our heart and recognize how significant and crucial they are to our total physical, mental, and spiritual wellness. This plays out in every element of our job and life. The benefits of being more conscious of our emotions and learning how and when to connect with them are usually heavily emphasized in the media, especially as the world is coming up to the need for increased emotional intelligence at work and in life generally. Compassion, empathy, admiration, and compassion all arise from the heart area and show us feelings. We are all aware of feeling pleasure, happiness, love, and even sadness, but engaging with such emotions helps us solve challenges and sustain healthy habits and behavior instead of employing our logic brain is commonly neglected, especially in business. The biggest blunder we can make is trying to split our career and personal life and the tools we use to manage both. Imagine your brain as a computer, probably a new Apple desktop. You never switched it off, but it is just running constantly with a screensaver, always processing and ready to react to your request in a nanosecond. Are you enjoying this? Click the like and subscribe button before we continue. Do you need to think for every solution? The concept is that you do not need to engage your thoughts for each task or activity in front of you. However, that is not how we have been educated. Instead, our parents, society, media, employers, and throughout our education, we have been led to assume that our only genuine asset is our intellect and how we use it will determine the success of our life. Throughout our life, it was never once instructed that we should feel for a remedy or address a problem by employing our conscious self, feelings, and emotions. In actuality, the reverse was true. Therefore, it is probably not surprising that many people assume that others are cold and cruel because they express no emotion. Of course, in fairness to them, that is not accurate, but the impression is that they are individuals just as much as the other person but were never schooled to use feel but think. Sure, you need your thinking brain for particular duties, such as when you need to assess, plan, develop, create, and problem solves, but the point is you don't need it for everything. Ask yourself how often you employ your thinking brain during sex, and if you are, then I doubt you are getting much fun. You are tapping into heightened feelings and pleasure by activating neurotransmitters such as dopamine and serotonin, immersing yourself in thoughts and emotions, and just letting go and being one with those experiences, no intellect required. As with meditation and sex, thoughts will just destroy your pleasure and the potential to be fully present in the moment. So why, you may well wonder, is it so necessary that we get out of our minds and into our bodies, get more in touch with our emotions and feelings when all along we have been brainwashed and preconditioned to believe that emotions are frivolous, reflect weakness and fragility? If you want to live your maximum potential life, to learn, explore, be engaged, and make better judgments, then being able to feel is vital. As humans, we are in ongoing dialogue with ourselves. Our thinking brain is continually working and reasoning, casting negative and positive notions. This thinking brain builds our habit patterns and behavior and determines our default settings. The more time you spend in your head, as I call it, your logic brain, the less time you have to appreciate what is around you. You are more ruled by your egoism sense of self, not driven by your heart and sentient self. Your heart ultimately knows precisely what you want or need. Your mind, however, may either support that or manipulate it to construct a narrative that supports a way of thinking that you believe best for you, but you are conning yourself out of what you know, anchored in your heart. Your happiness is governed by the quality of your thinking mind, how much time you choose to spend there, and how much you choose to let your heart react to you. Comment, like, and subscribe for more video like this.